don't really even know where to begin or even really what to do, because no matter what I do, every time I get ahead, it's like I go back. So for right now, I'm just gonna let this one ride.
What you gonna do? You gonna come closer? You gonna stare forever? Get your confidence up.
Hello, Traders. Welcome to the monitoring the situation live stream, where nothing is what it seems. That's kind of exactly what happened, right? Where it's like the fear for risk on kind of faded away throughout the day as equities rallied. Energy, it is up, but not like where it was the gap up at the open about 24 hours ago. Gold pulled back, it gap and crapped. The poll yesterday, will gold gap and crap, or will it gap and go? The gap and craps have it, which was the minority, so congrats on those voters. We had like 500 votes on that. Silver definitely pulled back, but filled the gap. And like, that's the thing, right? We're risk on, rallied, and then the risk off situation cooled off, and then you had like the 10-year yield was up like 4+% trading like Bitcoin. Pretty wild. I mean, just kind of literally the opposite of how things occurred, and that's like, you can't, nothing is what it seems. So we'll look at all that. One thing that is special, I mean, this is very, very much was expected due to the bombing, the war in Iran or whatever. It was the XLE hitting an all-time high, so Jesus chimes for that. Up 2% today. Never before been at $57+. Home in the chat for energy. It's been running though. This is nothing new or different. I mean, this thing's been going. It looked like some reaccumulation in the end. It was like a rising wedge that like played out but didn't perform that great, and then they recaptured the key inflection zones from 2016, 17, 18. Shoot, man, 2011. Shoot, man, 2007. And after they recaptured that level and then reconfirmed it as support, in April of last year, May of last year. It kind of just like, it was tough, man, because like they did the bullish back test stuff, and then they just sideways for 6+ months. Just terrible, right? Like, you could own it at the most strategic points, but you don't make any money really outside that initial little rally, which is almost nothing for 6+ months. It's got to be like painstaking if you're watching silver and gold, what they did last year. But now, right, beginning of the year, I mean, it's like January begins, 2026 begins, and it's like they flipped on a switch. And since the first, you got XLE up. Let's just see here. XLE up, I mean, 27 to 30% in 2 months. A new month, new year, new price action. That's what they did. Those bots, they flipped a switch. Crazy stuff, man. Okay, we'll look at some of these oil stocks because you got some records for sure. You got some multi-year highs and all that, but it is Bitcoin Live. So, and it was, you know, we saw a pump, but like, is the pump good enough? Technically, no. No, it's not. Though it's such a good day. Oh my God, man, up $3,000. Going for the highest daily candle close since February 16th. That's not bad, man. But, and it's really cool, you know, because we got the 4-hour M shape we were discussing. Finally, some hopium we could smoke on. And then it was like not just the M shape, it was like the price action correlating to the 63.5 to 65K level. Like 1 and then 2 here could be a type 2. That's cool, but still below the 200 moving average on the 4-hour. Still not actually making a higher high than the February 25th high. So, still suspect, this whole thing. I know, man, it's tough. Tough market. But it would be nice to see 71,700 to 73K. It'd be nice to make the highest high of, you know, in a month. Because, like, right, this was February, beginning of February. We are still lower than we were. Well, I guess, though, the 28th, but let's just say the 2nd of February, right? Right here. Bitcoin's still trading down 13% in 28 days, which, remember, it's a leap year. That's like real bad, man. Real bad. Sorry about that. I don't know. Let me exit out of this real quick. See if that'll fix it. Probably not. Yeah, so cool pump off the maybe spring back test off the Gartley. And same thing with Ethereum. Same behavior, same little M shape, 886 M shape, maybe type 2. You're right, still below the 200 moving average. You still haven't made a higher high than the late February high. So it's like you can't say in any definitive way that the trend's reversing, but momentum has halted. The selling momentum halted with some higher lows, consecutive higher lows coming in, but you need higher lows and higher highs to be able to start arguing about trend reversals. We just don't quite have that yet, and that's okay.
Hey Mitch,
Hey,
can you take a look at KTOS on the daily and weekly? Thanks a lot, man.
No, thank you. Are you kidding?
32.33, repeating, of course.
Benjamin, thanks so much, dude. What was it? Thanks so much for the 60 Canadian dollars super chat, man. Thank you so much, dude. We'll look at KTOS, I believe you asked for, but thank you, dude, for continuously being the sponsor of this live stream. Hype in the chat for Vincent. If you don't hype in the chat for Vincent, you might suck. Thank you. Let's go, dude. Yeah, we'll do it, man. We'll do it. But that's all we got right now. I mean, it's cool, but we need some more. Okay, you give me some more. You break me above 2161, and then you pull back and make another higher low. Man, we might be onto something for a more major retrace. But man, I mean, a major retrace, they could take it to 3K or 2,900, and it's still a lower high than that previous high. It's tough, man. You're just in a real bad spot in crypto. They could put this thing. They could think about where it is right now. They could take it on a nice 25, 35, 40% recovery, and you're still in an intermediate to long-term downtrend. That's the issue. So we're just identifying the M shape here, and we need some more. You break 2161, you might be going. They might be attempting to flip us into some sort of like short term uptrend, short term. Okay, cool. Let's see. Oops. That was a turbo. My laptop is starting to get loud. Put it in silent mode. We do have a full freaking moon tonight as I'm looking at it, I think. And if you don't know, if you're living under a rock, you need to get out of the rock. Go look at the full moon. Be like, dang, dude, that's cool. And then tonight, late tonight, there's a blood moon. And it's the last blood moon for a while, for a couple years, I believe. So it sucks if it's, I mean, it's going to be late. I think it's like, yeah, it's going to be March 3rd at 3:33. Come on, dude. 3:30.
32.33 repeating, of course.
It's going to be at that time. You want to check it out. It's going to be uber red. And I think there's some sort of solar lunar eclipse at the same time or something in some places. It's going to be kind of wild. So maybe that's what's going on, right? We got bombs going off frequently. We have a human emotionalism at its highest state because my moon, because my gravity pull on us or something. All right, so that's your 4 hour. Cool. That's like the only place where it's really like interesting. I mean, daily still kind of just like, it looks like sideways consolidation after a massive collapse. Not really intrigued. Now, the cool thing about Ethereum, we talked about this yesterday, is like if you went on some sort of 20 to 40% recovery from here, and you would still at those tops be in that intermediate downtrend, the argument is there maybe for a 20 to 40% retrace soonish to the fact we had 6 weeks in a row of devastation, negative candle closes in a row on the weekly. But also remember where we are, low point to high point. We are at the 88.6% retrace. You did it, man. We're at those potential value perceived areas. That's what we look for. That's what we care about. That's where we're looking for structures to develop. So if we have some sort of miniature 4 hour bat pattern here, I mean, it's a more optimum spot to strategize or take a small shot here than it would have been at any point leading up to where we are now, the 2000 level. So $1,800 to $2,000. So just like, you know, I'm not saying like, oh, dude, load the farm, but I'm saying like we're at that kind of that Fibonacci magic retrace area. You know it. If you've been, you know, with me for years, you know all about the 886. It's very special. So I'm just wondering here what kind of reaction or reversal we would receive if history is just going to repeat itself on this one. Okay, remember, I'll just Fibonacci it from the lowest low from April of last year to the highest high. I believe we saw an all-time high for about 10 minutes. Ugh. And here we are, like at the lowest point. They only saw it once, right? Only the date of February 6th. We got that 88.6% retrace. That's it. So I'm really hoping here, just for the sake of like TA respect and what we know about 886 retraces and what it represents, I would hope that like the blood on these markets subsides, right? It stops the hemorrhaging. We blood clot and we start retracing to 2,400, 2,900. And then probably by the time you get there, you're going to be cooked again and it's going to collapse again. And then, you know, maybe we dump even more in like a few months, but I hope so, man. It's been so bad, been terrible. We're just at those technical levels that are kind of interesting. Not so much for Bitcoin, I don't think. Bitcoin has no 886. It's at a 786, I believe, which if you know anything about where Bitcoin bottomed out the last cycle, it was a 786. Let me, depends. You want to use the scam wick low from July 2024 to the high, we're at the 786. If you just want to use the previous swing low from like September, it hit an 886. So Bitcoin, the argument is we're at a 786, 886. It's 6 weeks of negative weekly closes in a row. They are correlating positively to a degree. To a degree, they are correlating somewhat positively to 63.5, 65K. So it's not like your argument's the absolute strongest here. Oh, it's the best trade setup known to man. Oh my God, it's an ACHR on the weekly. Holy crap, U-shaped volume. None of that. But it's just kind of like, oh, okay, we could start putting some puzzle pieces together that it's not like the absolute worst place ever to maybe think about buying a little bit, just a very small incremental amount. I know, right? Get out your pitchforks and your torches. I can't believe he said it after six months. He might be talking about it's an interesting spot to maybe think about some sort of shallow or mild retrace. I'm not saying, oh my God, here we go, 120K. But some people are actually like, 126K by end of March. People are like, literally, these people are out of their minds. They're psychotic. They're kind of stupid, okay? Like, it makes zero sense to say anything like that, but it does make sense based on what we know about all this stuff, that you're at these deep value perceived areas based on technicals and Fibonacci, and if you're above 63,588, you're kind of okay. Like, you're okay until they lose that, and then, right, if they lose that level, we're effed. We're completely screwed. Our entire argument has collapsed. See you at 58K easy. So, right, that's like where you come here. We haven't had, there has not been much of anything to talk about on Bitcoin except since the bear pole bear flag situation. That was beautiful. The bearish back test, the 91.2 as resistance in late January. That was beautiful. I mean, there were times bearish back test of 106. That was awesome. Bearish. Yeah. I mean, like, right. That's about it. And now here we are with the 4-hour Gartley, with a full moon, with the bombs going off, not so much in Baghdad, but in Bahara or wherever it's called. Kind of has a ring to it a little bit. They could make a rap song. Maybe. So it's just been a long time, man. I mean, how long we've been here? Silver live, gold live, looking at gold and silver, looking at maybe some other assets. And there's just been zero opportunity in crypto. And lo and behold, everything crashed. So maybe now, man. It's interesting. You can refute it. You know, you can be like, nah, dude, screw crypto still. I understand, but we at least have Fibonacci behind us. There is on the Amazon store an 88% sale on Bitcoin, 786, 886, definitely 886 sale on Ethereum from the previous major discernible swing low to the highest highs on the daily. We do have a bullish engulfing candle in the midst of being painted. We have 8 minutes and 30 seconds until it is confirmed. So I wonder if we'll catch follow through there, or if it's just nothing burger, gets screwed, where it's over, dude, going to zero. All right, whatever. Sure. Sooner rather than later. Okay, I just wanted to go into that a little bit, okay? Solana, you got a rectangle. You're chopping so hard, and this it's pretty beautiful, actually. It's like, I can't believe how, you know, I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's being so well respected. It's like Solana rectangle margarine, not really butter, but it's like an alternative to butter or something. What am I talking about? Yeah, so 89.50, like, it's real. Like, if they break it, 95.43, you could understand why there could be a retrace, a shallow retrace, mind you. Like, think about if they put in a bottom from the previous major discernible swing high to swing low. They've already been correlating price to the 236, the shallowest retrace so far. But like, if you were going to do just a common, mild, moderate retrace, 98.58 all the way to 117.69, and you still remain in a well-established downtrend, but it's just the retrace game. They do the retraces. It happens, man. It would be like if they're only able to achieve a 23% retrace at this point after all that devastation, like 45% in like what, a month or less than a month or something. That is like, wow, we have serious problems. Like, holy crap. Crypto is like straight up failed completely in every way. Even if they take it to 98.58 to 117 for a common mild retrace, it's still bad. But I'm just saying, like, maybe it's not the best place to go short. It's just not. Okay. So it's like, hey man, you don't want to screw around. You either could take a little shot here or do nothing. Longing or shorting would be kind of crazy. Can't believe he's saying this, dude. What the heck? You know, you're at an inflection zone from history. It's reality, man. Look what they see, even like history, right? They take it to the same level that we're trading at right now in 2022. And then they do something like this. And it's like, oh my God, we're back. And then it's a common joke retrace from previous highs. And then it just collapses again. And that's like what I'm thinking. Like, you're just getting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. They're just at places where the devastation has been so profound, but you're at an inflection point. So you can't rule out just a common joke retrace. Okay, I hope we're on the same page. You understand? XRP up 2.86%. Nothing really here. There's no structures really that are exceptional. There's no Gartleys or bat patterns on this one. Someone might come in and be like, well, dude, isn't that like showing strength? If like Bitcoin's even from its previous low to high hitting a 786, Ethereum's hitting us an 886. Well, I mean, XRP is only able to make a 618. Is that not strong? It could be. It could be stronger. Like there could be more demand on this one a little bit. But the problem is you're just not correlating anywhere. You know what, man? If you wanted to be like crazy here, you could say, well, dude, if you look at this swing high, swing low, back from the election time, November 2024, look, they broke it. They back tested it as support. Well, look what they're kind of doing on XRP. They're attempting to like hold that for now. All right, 130, 129, 89. So I guess if you're above that, you're kind of safe. I'm not saying to get crazy or cute. I'm just trying to play it devil's advocate, just like I was doing up here. Like when people like still couldn't, like they thought like there was still a chance for crypto to not be in ruins and destroyed. It was like, dude, they're bearishly back testing this level. Don't even think about it. Short trade set up perfect late October, and it played out completely. And now I'm just being like, well, maybe they try to defend this level and it holds. But yeah, very, very tough spot, right? Tough spot because you're in an intermediate long-term downtrend for now. And but it's been utterly destroyed, the market, the assets. And those assets are now correlating to some supports. And the argument's not the strongest, but sometimes when assets hit supports like that, like we saw in 2022, you do get retraces, moderate joke retraces. So it's like you don't want to be short in those situations. You can take shots on longs, but you better have effing stop losses set up. That's all I can say. So does this make any sense? I haven't even looked at chat yet. I'm sorry. Please don't I'm not saying, oh my God, I'm so freaking bullish on crypto, man. What? Please, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, just go watch my old Fibonacci video. Like retraces are just things that happen. It doesn't mean you're bullish or you're bearish. They just occur eventually. And typically the probability is higher that common, moderate, shallow retraces occur after assets lose 78 to 88.6% of their value. That's all I'm saying. Echo leave, right? Again, if I was doing it, okay, you put a gun to my head and you're like, dude, you have to target. You have to, or it's over. Only way to do it is you have to right now imply with Fibonacci that the bottom's in. You have to. You can't even say it's a valid Fibonacci anchor point yet. From the highest high to the lowest low, that's how we would target. Bitcoin has not even seen a 23% retrace, so it may not even be done dumping yet. That's what sucks. Typically, an asset will run to a 23% retrace the first time, and that's when you have a valid bottom anchor point for Fibonacci. You're so far removed from it. Bitcoin would have to go to 75,000, maybe closer to 76,000. But if you were going to target for a retrace, common retrace, I think it'd be pretty easy for me. Like I would say 85K, a 38% retrace, and a 50% retrace. I wouldn't go any further than that. I'd be like, that's it. Because then you're going from previous swing highs discernibly from January to the low. And then you're in that 786, 886 territory where you got like completion of W shapes and stuff. So I'd be really simply 85K and 93K. That'd be it. Those would be my two targets for a common moderate retrace on Bitcoin if the bottom was in. And we don't even know if the bottom is in yet, because I just said you don't even have a valid Fibonacci anchor point because the asset has not seen the 236, 23% retrace. So, okay. I can't believe this, man.
The Don
What's up, Don?
double tipped $25. Nat.
Dude, is that the Donald double D? Does that mean you're the quadruple D? Or do we use the FOIL method with mathematics? So it'd be like Don D and then times, or double D, double asterisk D. So it might be more than 4 Ds. I'm no mathematician. Any mathematicians in the chat, feel free to interject here. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that. Could be right or wrong. We don't know, man. We got 3 seconds until the daily candle close, and it is now confirmed. A bullish engulfing candle on Bitcoin. We did it, man. Highest daily candle close since kind of, I guess, Valentine's Day. Hi in the chat, dude. What does that mean? Oh, like 2-week highs. Woo! Get out of the confetti. Get out the galaxy gas. The party poppers. I'm just kidding, dude. What the? Let me screw around here, okay? Got a hard workout. And you know, protein shake, did cardio, get back swing of things. We did it, man. We did it. Daniel, you tried to join the Discord. It says expire. Well, it might be. I'm not sure. Brad, you're out there, man. Yeah, man. It's very shallow, dude. We got to see 75K before we even know if it's like, you know, we could be seeing a common retrace at that point. But that means we might be really early. So, and if you're correlating to 63.5 and 65K, I mean, like, I guess you probably cut your losses below 63K and you let this thing ride, and you'd be targeting for what, 80, what did I say, 80, was it 85K and 90K, 92, 93K? Yeah. Risk reward in that situation, I think it might be equitable. What's up, Birdhouse?
The Birdhouse tipped $25.
Ja.
ASTS daily. We on an island? Not a place for max value trade setup. I'm long holding. I'm looking for a good place to add. Are we there? Thank you for what you do, Mitre. Stay blessed, kings.
Thank you so much for watching Birdhouse. Thank you for 25, dude. We'll look at ASTS. Absolutely. I might have to run to the bathroom for like 10 seconds. Yeah, I'd probably perform better as a live streamer, so I don't feel like, oh my god, I gotta go to the bathroom. So if you want to hang tight, we'll just keep rolling through the analyses and then these requests, and then just give me 2 seconds, okay? Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, we're good now. So, interesting things to think about. We might be okay. I mean, like, we literally, that engulfing candle might be enough to take us to at least 71,000, 73, 73.8, like this zone of where all this liquidity might be. And there's just no telling. I mean, like, I do like the 4 hour. I like the way you're correlating to the key levels for now. You do at least have something. All right. So don't burn me at the stake. It's not like I have super high confidence, but anyway, we'll we'll shift it. Let's look at gold real quick. All right, gold, dude. I just have like a new channel kind of on the lesser time scales, screwing around, like where maybe, you know, you're anchoring this way with like 3 on the bottom, 1 on the top. And so it's strong, man. Like they just went down, they filled the gap. That's about it. There's no problems on gold. We could very well be on our way to the 886, which is probably around 5,600, 5,500. Super strong. So just pulled back today. It was still up like almost 1% at the close. So come and chat for a strong gold. Silver, you know, that's kind of dark cloud cover stuff. That resistance point that we have had identified for a while, they reversed it. $95 to $93.50. Had a big dump there, but no lower lows yet. Just kind of maybe a local higher low. It's fine. They might go retest 93.50 again formally. You don't want to see a lower high at that point, but yeah, that was your last level of adversity, and you did get some sort of pullback there. It was nasty. It was down almost 10% from the high to low point, but yeah, it has recovered. So I'll continue to monitor the situation. All it takes is just another bomb, man. Another bomb. Okay, I just wanted to look at those, and then real quick, the NASDAQ. Remember we were looking at it when it gapped down yesterday, and it dumped in the morning and then rallied, and all they did was fill the gap. That's it though. I mean, you're virtually where you were on the close last week on Friday. So it was like almost like no geopolitical event even happened on the NASDAQ. That's about it. So yeah, maybe they're trying to locally, here's your low, here's your one low, a second low, both these lows higher than this low. Maybe they're trying to put in some sort of local structure on a lesser time scale. Like they might be trying to put in like 1 and then 2 and 3, a triple bottom with higher lows. But I don't really enjoy the fact that you put in local lower highs and then 1 high, a second high, like confirming less than before. So it's kind of like neutral. If you have 2 lower highs, 2 higher lows, I think you're contracting more. So it makes it a lot harder to kind of think about what's coming next, what's impending, because there's an argument on both sides. Kind of tricky. So can't be surprised if we see 25K again for another test, that type 2 return of this crazy shark pattern. But okay, and then similar, the S&P, this is called the mental illness chart. Straight up mental illness. They took it down to 67.60 at the lows, and then ran this all the way up 2+% to 6,900. Currently at 68.70. But see, the thing is, like, you're below that 200. That's why I like it's just a reference point. I don't like that you're still making lower highs. They are still subtly making lower highs. It doesn't really make me feel great. And it's all happening at a gold mean ratio, which is exactly where if they're offloading a position quietly like this, it kind of makes you really suspect. Dude, times to make money, times not to lose money. I'm just like not sure I really like this price action. I know it could just pump, and we're at 7,200. We're at all-time highs. People are putting on hats, you know, oh my God, popping champagne. But lately, locally, these deep 886 retraces from look high to low 886, high to low 886. I'm sus, man. I'm sus. I am not like excited about the S&P 500. There's nothing technically that screams opportunity here. No, not at all. Okay. And it's been that way. It's been very tough. This is how you get chopped up, man. Okay. I just gotta say it, man. Like, just because you pumped off the 6,700 low, which is about 1 month lows at the intraday lows yesterday now, doesn't mean anything really. No evidence of more than before lately. Okay, after they put in the all-time high in late January, it's been lower highs. Okay, so make of that what you will, you know. I don't like that stuff. I do not like it. I don't like how it's visible on the daily 1 and 2 and 3 here. And the third is like, oh, we're losing that high from late October. So it'll take more. It'll legit for me to like start feeling a little bit, maybe like less suspect. We'll need to break $7,000. We'll have to make all-time highs. And I'll feel like just an inkling better about the technicals for like a continuation. So yeah, it's tough, man. Chop Fest, Chop City. We can look at the Dow Jones. Sorry, Dow Jones. I had this thing, you know, it rolled over. It hit its lowest price intraday yesterday since January 2nd. I mean, since the beginning of the year. And this is what happens. I mean, you're to 1618. You completed a huge crab pattern, right? They kind of lost the channel. Still right around it. And I don't even know if we need this anymore. I don't really know how helpful it is. Maybe it's like 1 and 2 here with a third touch. Now it's a fourth. You're at the bottom of the channel. Maybe you could try to look at it like that, but maybe it's a little bit better shape than the S&P. But if you get the 4 hour though, oof, it's tough, man, because it's like, right, you have, it's the same type of behavior maybe where they put in the highest high and they sell off, and then a lower high, and there's just the inability from buyers to go rival the highest high, and then they sell off to a slightly lower low. They run it again, and they test that same 49.6 level to 49.7, and then it's like 1 and 2 here confirming, and then a lower low. So you're starting to develop maybe a very short-term downtrend, short-term, not even intermediate, just short-term for now. And they could run, think about what they could do. They could run this thing all the way up to 49.5 again, and guess what? Put in another lower high, and they go lower.
Rude question. I've never invested in crypto ETFs. Is there a legit one with decent market cap?
A crypto ETF? I mean, you know, you got IBIT, you got like the Bitcoin ETF, you got the Ethereum ETF, but crypto in general, it's a good question. I've never invested in a crypto ETF because I don't really want to own, like, I want to own Bitcoin, or I would want to own Ethereum. I'm not sure I want to own everything in crypto, just because I don't like, if I'm gonna own crypto, I'm gonna have some money in one of my wallets on a hot exchange, and I'm just going to trade on those exchanges. I'm not looking to like put my money on my traditional portfolio in crypto really. And if I am, it might be BitX or FU or IBIT or ETHE, you know, but people will know. People in chat, what is it? What's the Birdell says PAX G. Yes, exactly. PAX G, correct. Kappa. But yeah, I mean, I could ask AI too. I mean, like, right, I mean, that's typically, it'll know like what's a crypto ETF with the highest market cap and liquidity, right? Let's see. There you go, bro. IBIT. See, it doesn't even care about a crypto ETF. Yep. It's just giving me a bunch of, oh, there you go. Ethereum ETFs. Yeah. There you go. So I knew the answer before AI did. NNO, nah, dude. Did it work? Did the accidental bid work? I hope it did, man. I hope they pumped 1,000% on news that you bought. Yeah, so like you're starting to get into some Momo shifting stuff locally on the Dow Jones as well as in the NASDAQ, S&P. I'm not really digging this stuff now. Like, what a run though, dude. Like, where were you last year? Where the F were you? Now I'm just at a point where I'm like, oh, it's going sideways, but they did buying climax at a gold mean ratio from the previous high to low. And now you're just making lower highs. They're not, the buyers are just unwilling to go retest 50,500. They can't. And now you made a lower low locally. So it's like, okay, or are they the next step? Are we going to make another lower high locally? Big yikes if they do. And it's like, I've been sitting on my hands patiently on this market. Because if you make your nut early in the year, you just hold on, man. Hold on. And like these index funds just make me want to hold on and wait. Give me something. I don't like staring at index funds that are just extremely overextended with Fibonacci that are locally making lower highs below 200 moving averages, which is whatever. Just look how often, how little you were below the 200 moving average when we were ripping and roaring from, late April. Once we recaptured in early May, it was just so like seldom we were seeing the price action correlate below the 200 simple moving average, even on the 4 hour. And here we are below it. It was just infrequent. You were seeing lower highs and local lower lows. Okay. It was just infrequent. But hey, man, I hope dude, that's not about what I want. I want us to just go to 60K before the end of the year. That's what I would want. Right. Okay. So I'm just spending a little time talking about the index funds, the futures. These are going to drive a lot. See the same, I do love the trend that's been going on the Russell 2000. It's been so good. And it still looks like kind of okay when you look at the daily. But if you do look at the 4 hour, it is a little weird. Like, I don't think you're in as much trouble maybe as the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's been showing it a weakness a lot longer, I think. But you do have some sort of okay, you can't really say short-term downtrends coming or anything, because I think your higher lows are still coming in. Like, they're still here. All these lows are higher than these lows, higher than this low. So the uptrend is just still well intact. But now you could start being like, okay, well, instead of it being like uber bullish locally, it has to be considered maybe a little more neutral, because you have lower highs, right? So there's like an argument for potential someone offloading their small caps. But on the bottom side, there's still kind of a little bit of an argument of everything being okay, where they're still accumulating more. But just recently, yesterday, we got that slightly lower low than previous lows we had February 13th and the 23rd. So you're starting to get closer to rivaling the lows we got from February 1st. So there's less of an argument of more than before. So it's just kind of like, and now if we make another local lower high, then all of a sudden I think you could start being like, oof, get a little sus. You do want a flush, man. You always want flushes after huge runs like we've had. You just want them. You want them. You want something like we got in November. It would be amazing. Just give me a sell off to 2460. Dude, if you gave me a 2368, oh my God, I'm gonna load the boat, maybe take some cash. And it'd be an 886. It'd be a low to high 886. It'd be a freaking bat pattern down here. Man, that'd be so much opportunity. But yeah, for now, it's tough, dude. Buying high, buying all-time high premium. It's tough for me. Anyway, so yeah, Ring Energy killed it, dude. It was crazy. It was freaking nuts. Okay, so if you do want to just look at Nvidia, it did do something kind of great. What a bullish engulfing candle. They'll fill the gap probably tomorrow, no matter what happens, whether it dumps or pumps. This is still that same thing where it's been chopping. The same price has been trading at since July 30th. Dude, that's insane, man. Insane. The largest market cap equity in the entire galaxy, 214 days, same price. I'm a growth stock. They've been killing it, right? You could also look at it kind of, how did I have it? I think it was something like this. Yeah, maybe. For now, it's this big channel where you got an upsloping support. You're near the bottom of it, I guess. You hit the 200-day simple moving average. Whoa, that's crazy. This is huge, dude. So Nvidia today hit the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since May 13th of last year. So that's pretty big time. That is a huge reaction. The bots loved it, right? The algos just limit buys all set up there. Explosion higher. Like a 3%. No, even more than a 3% rally off the lows, right? Yeah, a 4.4% rally once that 200-day simple moving average was tested initially. So some violence, man. Violent bidding. So bottom side, I guess you're making some higher lows, but you are making the lower highs on the top side too. So it's a very neutral consolidation structure up here, man. Very neutral. I'm always hoping, though, NVIDIA goes to do things that no one could even believe in a million years. I hope we're at 250 by end of year. That'd be amazing. But it's just hopium. Well, take you serious. If you rewind to the beginning of the stream, the first thing we looked at of the entire live stream was the XLE. So pass the tardy sauce, sir. Is that not Wyckoff? Oof. It's real tough. I mean, real tough to say it's like Wyckoff. What you would say it's distribution. I'm not so sure. I think it's doesn't look like perfect or like very specimen. There's so much chop on this. I think they'll fill the gap like tomorrow or the next day. And at that point, it's like if they do attempt to rally, they better effing break 195 soon. Otherwise, yeah, you do run the risk of just like heading on down to 165 again. So it's very tough here. This is like the market maker, the market driver, NVIDIA. All right, silver continuing to rally, 1.43%. Very nice. It was so criminal, the type of sell-off that occurred at the highs, after the highs were made. My God, they took this down let's just say 10% off the open yesterday. That's criminal, man. Are you kidding? Second largest asset in the entire world does that. Or if it's not second, it's third to NVIDIA, whatever. It's right around same race. For market cap dominance. And then gold, man, just like up there, and it's like win all-time highs, man. I know Peter Brand had been talking about this like being a rising wedge, and it's time for it's already over. He's just already he was so arrogant and wrong on silver for a while until he just like, yeah, if he didn't tweet about silver going higher, he was gonna look like an idiot. So but now he's like bear posting about, you know, he's like this. He was like earlier, I guess before the breakout, he was like, it's a rising wedge. It's this. It's just like 1980. And it's like, well, it already broke out. I mean, it could be over. It could be an overshoot, an upthrust, failed breakout attempt, like where they dump it back down and it's just wiped out. But man, so far, like dang, any bearish thesis is just getting BTFO'd for now. So that was the third highest daily candle close on gold ever yesterday. So I'm rooting for gold, man. I'm gold bro. I'm silver bro. Metals bro. We got plenty of it, right? Physical. And we're ready for higher prices. A new age. Super cycle for commodities. Daily dark cloud cover on silver. Yeah, I know. It's true. Very true. But remember, it's not about the candle itself. It is about the fall through. So yeah, anything can happen. I mean, my God, dude. Like it was up, dude. It was so good. What were we yesterday? Dude, silver was up 2.5% at open, and they pulled back and they rallied it again, and it's just like, and then Wall Street opens down 10%. What? So yeah, we have Asia session going on right now, or just beginning, I guess. And you really want to recapture 93 to 95 on silver. Yeah, 93 to 95, 60. That's such a big zone there. They've made it very clear. I like that it's a deep retracer. I hope they hold it. It's a local higher low, comp 1 and 2, you know, good momentum. But it's almost like they have this little, you know, something like this going on. Like, oh, is that a broadening, ascending broadening wedge? Yeah, 93.53. I mean, that's like where I could easily see it running to. There's like I don't know though, because then you have like 92 right here, 92.07, this peak from February 4th, which is a big deal. That's kind of like the bad action magnet move. If you want to go to 116, they really need to break back above that. So optimistic. Let's hope so. The metal's doing all right out the gate, man. Very good. Okay. So Nvidia, you're saying Tesla did something. Well, Tesla, they bullish engulfed. They tested the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since September 3rd. Very nice. What a recovery. What a recap. $400, man. Whew. November 2021. It was mandatory. They needed to do that real bad. So actually closed higher than they did on Friday. Kind of insane. So it could be it. I mean, like, dude, really, it's very tough here. Like, it's just so much distribution. So many lower highs, lower lows, like really bad. You like if you want an insurance policy for a long on Tesla, something like this, I think would be exceptional. It would take an entire 2 months, maybe 6 weeks for this to happen, but that is what you would want. It would be a gift from God to get price action like that. We just want to start seeing the price correlate positively to 411, 414.50 because it's the old all-time high from November 2021. If we could get that, man, we'd have an edge. We'd have an increased probability that we're going to 470 and probably all-time highs. I wish we could get that. We just don't have it yet. Still just look what they're doing, right? Just taking it to the same level as February 6th, but really since November, oh my God, man. Been real tough. Whew. On Tesla. Okay, I know we had a couple of requests. I've been going a little long here on these analyses. Okay, let me check here. The sun has gone down, but hey, March 8th. We got like 6 days. We're gonna have so much more sun. It will be sunny outside. It'll be 7:30 and the sun will be out big time. So I won't be getting these super sexy night streams like this anymore, sadly. That's the only thing I hate about more sunlight, less vibes here on stream. Okay, let me see here. What did Vincent want? KTOS. Kratos, defense and security. Oh, it already did the thing, man. I already did the thing. It's still doing things, right? Or I guess last time we looked at it, this is what you wanted, man. Where you go back to history and you remember old inflection zones, $69, $73, $75. I know this was requested at some point, and look what they did. Like dude, that's a dream of all dreams, right? You recapture the level, you break a supply line on a correction and a long-term uptrend, and then you one time and two time it, and it's like one time and confirm that key level that was resistance as support. My God, isn't that incredible? And now it's down here. The problem is after that big run, it's not an 886. You would probably want 75 again. Could have an M shape there, but so far they're not letting it fall below 85. It was up 5.27% today, up another almost 1% after hours. But yeah, now 96.86. What is that? You go back. What is that level? Oh, it's another key level from 2001. God, 2001 and 2004. So that's like a big level to break. So, I mean, you could try to have a stop loss if you wanted below $85, but the problem is like you could get a better entry maybe at 75, but maybe they don't let it happen. Let's see, like 4 hour. Dang, man. I mean, they are trying to like double bottom it, aren't they? I mean, right? You just always want those. It's a no brainer. You haven't even seen a 786, and 886 is down here at 72.50. The 886 is confluent with a major support zone, so you'd be completing an M shape down there. It's like you always want those things. Like, I'm not saying like it's gonna happen. I'm just saying like you would have such a freaking good argument for a long down there, right? Because the M shape completes. It's at an inflection zone where there's liquidity. It's the value perceived area. Like that's just where you wish you could get it, but maybe they're not gonna let it.
Can we look at a SAR on the daily? Looking good, 3 rising.
What's up, you said? Thank you, dude. Yeah, we can look at USAR. Yeah, I know that thing was looking great. I know it was like trying to double bottom again. Well, we had successful, like 3 rising valleys in the pump, and then it double bottomed after the pump, and then the dump, the correction. So yeah, we can look at it, put it on the list. So I wish we could get this. Like this would be optimum entry 7250 or whatever, but maybe you never get there. And if they break 9686, well, it'd be probably back to 113 and beyond. So okay, I wish we could get it, but I don't know if we will. Vincent, man, it's not about what's going to happen next. It's just about, and that'd be near the 200 moving average. Dang. Okay. Not bad. Not bad, man. Oh, dang. The music stopped. Yeah. Actually, 400 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button below. So thank you for being here. It's the 2nd of the month. Second best day to join the Patreon. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Get access to the trade setups, the premium Discord chat, access to the charts. I post daily updates on just various assets or notable things that occur across the markets. But above all that, you're supporting a 100% crowdsourced streamer who does not monetize on YouTube, who in fact plays copyright music right now, as I do. Copyright. No sponsorships. You're the only sponsors that exist, and it's been that way for 8 years. To my own detriment, for sure. If I'd have monetized over 8 years, if I'd had sponsorships over 8 years, guess what? I'd be a lot richer. I'd have a lot more YouTube subs. So that was to ensure my integrity, and my motive is only here for you, to help you on your trading journey. Okay. So that's why you join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Okay. So let's look at Nat for the quad Dawn double D, but it might be more D's. We didn't do the math on it. Nat, Nordic American Tankers. Oh yeah, good God, man. Thing's been freaking running. Thing broke out of that channel. God. Yep. Marine shipping. The Kang. Because like, oh, what is this, all this stuff? I mean, the bombing, but like, hey dude, the Strait of Hormuz is it's closed. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. All day today. It's not. According to our military, Strait of Hormuz is not closed. But my God, look at the past just 3 days. In 3 days from that gap down to the highest point, it was up 31%. And currently up 24.7% in 3 days. Insane. But really, since the beginning of the year, it's like they flipped a freaking switch, dude. Right? Currently up 75% in 56 days. Incredible. Nordic American Tankers. You know, it was incredible. I remember looking back at this in 2022. It was just a beautiful little butterfly. And this is the dream, man. Like, if you want success with technicals and harmonics, like it's things like this, where you just hold on. Okay, make sure my screen's on. Good. Like when you have inflection zones from years of past, right? And then big M shapes develop, whichever the ones they are, whether they're bats, sharks, deep crabs, butterflies. This is a butterfly. It was beautiful. 786 on the B point, a 200% retrace on the D point. Hit pretty much the harmonic optimum price, the hop. And speaking of hops, how they lost, they made an all-time low. And then what did they do? The buyers, the sellers couldn't do anything when they broke the key support from years ago. They recaptured the key level, then they reconfirmed its validity as support one time, right? That old support is now support again. And then they ran it up again. It was great. And then they did it one more time, and it was like 1 and 2 here. And it's like, dang, man. And look what happened after that. Another huge run to the top of the harmonic, which would be a profit-taking level for any sort of harmonic. Aggressive harmonic traders, typically, it doesn't have to be the last target, but they typically, a strong take profit is at the top of the harmonic, the A point and C point. And that's what happened. They overshot it a little bit. And then before it had a deeper retrace, but still ended up making higher lows. And then look at it now. So, I mean, that was the genesis of everything, you know, that where we are now. There was always a genesis. And I think it began in 2022 when they recaptured the bottom of that range, and then they reconfirmed its validity once and twice. So a little education. Again, that's what you're here for. It's just stuff like that. Like if you can identify M shapes, sellers break supports, but they can't do crap with when they break support. It's like, hey, congratulations. Like they intercepted, right? The defense intercepted the ball. Okay, the offense takes over, and then they can't do anything on offense. What do they have to do? They have to punt the ball, and typically you'll see buyers recapture key supports, meaning the other offense
Carl
took back over.
$25.
The buyers
Can we
took
look
off
at
back
RDW?
control.
DHX.
Yeah, I think it was looking okay, Carl. I think it was doing something like, it's like inverse head and shouldering, like momentum shifting. You see that left shoulder head, right shoulder. It's not like a clear defined neckline, but it does look interesting. And they just did recently make that right shoulder. And it's a back test of a local support. We'll look at RDW. Carl, thank you, man. Yeah. So that, again, that's like, I was telling a story. And little did we know that was the end of the selling. That was the all-time low. And now look at us. Highest price seen today on NAT since, let's just say, nearly 6 years ago. Almost 6-year highs on NAT. Type in the chat. The story, man. The story of the Nordic American truckers. We would say, verdict, bruh. Okay? Verdict, bruh. What does verdict, bruh, mean? It means in Swedish, very good. Because Nordic, American truck, whatever. They're all up there. Norway, they're all Scandinavian, okay? I don't know Norwegian, so only some Swedish. Okay, AST, Space Mobile. My God, man, beautiful trend. Like, wow. Gotta love this, man. It's like just a DCA into this thing. Up 10%, up 2.66% after hours. Always you would want deeper retraces than what you got right now. This is like a 50% retrace. But man, the retraces have all been pretty shallow, haven't they? Like just comparing from this low to high, what they do? 78% retrace. It's a pretty good sale on ASTS back in November. But this one, from this low to high, that's shallow, man. That's a 618, not too bad. You're reacting. Now what they might do though is they might react it, go fill the gap, and then come back down, and then we get some sort of something like that. That would be incredible. That would be a real good entry in the uptrend. But who's to say they can't just keep it going now? So hard to again. Right? There's a formula we abide by. We just looked at NAT. That's the stuff. That's the dream. That's what dreams are made of, for the best entries. When you're at levels like this, it's not an optimum entry or anything like that. But what a trend! It's such a good trend, man. What did you say about it? Not a place for max value trade setup, but you're long holding it, looking for a good place to add. Are we there yet? Are we at that spot? Pretty much. I mean, it's a nice engulfing candle, but I'm not sure. Like, when you don't have an edge, you're just guessing. Like, you're just flipping coins. So I would think like you're kind of at a coin flip area. Like, I don't think there's value here. I think you're at a 618, and you oftentimes get reactions at 618s. I think this reaction could take you to a gap fill at 96.73 for sure. Or they could take it up and go test the swing high from October, 102.41. They could, from here, they could just do this, up, overshoot like that. But ultimately, if you want value, you're typically looking for 78%, 88% retraces from previous lows to highs and uptrends. That would be ideal. So, yeah, nice candle. And that was the highest daily close, technically, since February 11th. What a trend, man. So good. So strong. I bet you there's probably a channel or a trend line at some, I don't know, they might be legging it up. Yeah, see, there you go. It's kind of like that, where you have like a demand line, and if you try to do 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, see that like 60, 70 bucks, 69.50 might be where the 200 is. It'd be a deeper retrace. with the demand line, so you might have a better argument that way too. So for where it is right now, it's kind of random, a kind of random 618 real reaction going on. Okay. That not it could be an island. Yeah, an island bottom. Then that means, well, the thing is, island bottoms, you need a gap up. You'd have to gap up. Like maybe they're doing it. It's up 3% right now. So, but typically on islands, island bottoms, that's what you're talking about. Island bottoms. Okay. So you sell off and then you gap and then the island develops like you're seeing right now. And then typically you want the island. See, you want it to look like that, where they gap it down, the island develops, and then they gap it up and it rivals where the gap or that closing price was before the gap down, if that makes sense. So that's what you would want to see. You would probably want it to be opening around $94, $95 tomorrow for a true confirmed island bottom reversal, but it's not a very big pattern. It's pretty small, but yeah. Island bottom, potentially. Keep it pumping pre-market and we'll be all right, man. Maybe it's real. USAR, rare earths, Kings, man. Oh my god, I love it, man. I freaking love it. It's a breakout. We have an absolute breakout candle today. Type in the chat. USAR. Massive bullish engulfing candle. And really, you could get away and say this is a rising 3 methods bullish continuation right here. Absolutely. It's not, I mean, this is not contained within this first candle, but it is really pretty. I mean, that criteria is super nice. And I do like to see this 5th candle higher volume than the 3 within. That's wonderful. And it's not just being a rising 3 methods. It's also they broke $20. That's a psychological level, but not just that. 1995 is that swing high. We looked at this last week. March 2025, that swing high there, and the swing high from August 2025, right? You have a key level broken, and until they lose 1961, I think you're golden. Golden for way higher. Hidden bullish divergence was identified, remember? So very good recapturing. That's what we needed. You've survived earnings, no problem there. You're in such a nice uptrend, I think. The higher lows, I think above 1961, golden on USAR. Okay, golden. RMX though, little brother. Oops. What the? Sorry. RMX, beautiful. Highest daily candle close of the entire uptrend since August 2022. Multi-year highs on RMX. Let's freaking go, dude. I mean, what do you want? Active trade setup, waiting on 112 for target 2. Beautiful. Rare earth strategic metals, and guess what? So when we look at rare earth strategic metals, we got to look at uranium too, because it was up almost 4%. It was the highest daily candle close since January 29th. Waiting on, hit target 1 of the trade setup like RMX and pulled back 25%, but then very wonderful positive price action correlation to the $50 inflection zone. So good. So waiting on $63 to $66. That's just the target. I own this. Patiently waiting for those levels, and probably 80 plus in time, but it'll take months, man, unless some insane catalyst happen like Trump's buying URA. It'll be a while, but I am patient. What a trend you are in. You don't F with trends like this, which is another opportunity at $50. Okay. Happened to chat. UZ, man. Yeah, you said it. Rising 3 methods. Well, you said rising 3, but I know what you mean, dude. I didn't see that. Fantastic pattern recognition, dude. UZ, man. All right, and Carl wanted RDW. Redwa. I mean, yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Very interesting. Now, it's not like, again, a real inverse head and shoulders because the neckline's so effed, but you can see like that momentum shifting behavior. 822, 881. This is just a mega resistance support back from 2021 and 2022. Hey, it's Woods, man.
Wits97 super chatted $49.99. So hard to talk to most boomers about trading. Most think DA is fake when my portfolio is stronger than theirs consistently.
Wits, thanks so much, dude. Thank you so much, dude, for the 50 super chat. And that, oh dang, dude, you just one-upped Vincent, man. Not good, man. You just one-upped him by $7, I believe, on the day. It's hard talking to anyone about TA, to be real, because there's strict guidelines of what even an edge is. Like, you can have, oh, my head and shoulders, and it's still not good enough, right? You got to have like all these different variables that line up. And still at that point, you do not have certainty at all. You can have 65% chance of particular outcome, maybe 70 if you got the right things, but it's a risk management tool at best. It has nothing to do with predicting the future or fortune telling, and people don't understand that because people have butchered education and technical analysis to where people think it's somehow tarot reading or card reading. I just don't understand. Like, again, if the main thesis about if like our foundational pillar of our trading strategy is we don't have any expectations about what's coming next, and we don't have to know where the asset's going next to make money, that completely obliterates anyone's preconceived notion about what technical analysis is. Because it's like, oh, the technical analysis is like trying to predict the future and fortune tell. It's like, no, it's not. We don't even think that. We are literally humble. We don't act like we know where the market is going next or what asset is going next. We just know how to identify an asset, a structure on a chart that has been researched for 100 years. And based off that research of all these different exact same structures on thousands of different charts, the finding was, oh, you had like a 64% chance that it would play out. 65%. Oh, there was still a 35+% chance that crap would fail. It would just fail miserably. But hey, if I have an edge on the market and I'm playing the numbers game, proper position sizing, I can set up an entry, a strategic stop loss, and quite possibly I would ideally have that maximum upside potential where you have a 3-to-1 reward to risk. So a 3-to-1 reward to risk with proper position sizing, you only have to win 33, or for real
32.33 repeating, of course.
You only have to have a 32.33 repeating of course survivability percentage, and you're still going to collect loot. Kidding. 33% chance. I'm sorry. You only have to win 33% of your trades. Okay. You could lose 2 of them. And your third one, because of the way reward risk works, the math on it, proper position sizing, you win 1, you lose 2, you still make money. You're still equitable as a trader. So again, like, I don't even talk to people about what I do because of that. Like, I can show my portfolio. Hey man, I screenshotted it and showed it in the chat. Like, year to date, about 30%. Okay, S&P 500, 7% annually. Okay, so I've done what the S&P 500 might do 3 years. Did it in a month? Oh, okay. So I just don't really care. Like, there's no ego in what we do here. There's nothing sexy either. So it's hard to even market it. Like, if you want to like keep your soul, like, people can market this stuff. Like, they do a good job like marketing. Oh dude, come on here, I'll show you like how to make 50K a month or in income. All, like, I don't do any of that. Again, I'm just showing you how to give yourself an edge. And then if you give yourself an edge, you also want, the edge would be the structure, but you want the structure to be not just random. You want it to be concluding its development at key inflection points and inflection zones. That way you can construct an optimum risk management trading plan. So whatever. Anyway, we're end of rant. So RDW above 822, you're in good shape, man. Like, you're great above 822 at this point. That's a nice pullback. Quite possibly buyers are taking control of What I really like about this is if you think about it maybe on the weekly or even the monthly, something special's going on. Think about it like this. You have one bottom and two bottoms. You have a double bottom kind of going on. You have the inverted hammer. If not inverted hammer, morning star reversal, whatever. Follow through candle, the recapturing last week. And now you're just up 5% on the new week. But anything above, like you're so good for 1167 and 1327 here. Like you were so good here. Yeah, and you can still see that inverse head and shoulders behavior. Let me make this visible. That's what's so great about this, man. Wow. But like the thing about it is, it's more like you've seen this before. It's more like a double bottom. One bottom, and here is two bottoms. And it's a slightly lower low double bottom. I love that. It's almost like, you remember the Terra Luna fractal? Anyone remember the Terra Luna fractal? This is it, but inverted. One big run, huge sell-off. Then they attempted a rally, and it was a slightly higher high double top. And then a head and shoulders pattern developed. And look, man, this is like, yeah, this is a bottom. This is like a mega bottom. Yep. Like, I understand they... Oh, God. What happened? Oops. Okay. They overshot this key level, I know, back in November, and it was failed, right? But now, dude, it is like... however you're going to do it, it's so simple. It's just such a joke. It's like, okay, stop at $8 bucks. I think you take profit at 14.58. I think you'd test that high again. And you'd have 3.85 to 1. And then your target 2 would just be way higher. Like target 2, because it's the weekly here. You'd be targeting for, what is this? Oh, it's that swing high from 2020. Let's just do this high. This would be target 2, 17 or 16.85. It'd be like that, man. Like this is legit serious stuff. Serious bottom. Aerospace and defense. Yeah, dude, come on. Aerospace and defense, send me to moon. And then I think we have a third target. They could just easily be, I don't know, right here. This candle open reversal from 2025. Or you could be really insane about it and just go 22 bucks like that. That's not a joke, man. That is a big deal. I love it. You gotta love the volume that came in too, I guess. Volume's so high here. But they have reconfirmed the validity of an area of support. It's very real going back to 2021, 2022. That's it. Okay, so I'll just publish this real quick because, wow, my God. You have to. Give or take 3-4%, you know, if you're losing out the gate, I don't care. Like this is the upside potential above $8 is crazy. It's like technical indicators and chart patterns. That's it. But it's not certain. It's just you have a really high probability of higher. Okay, that's all I'm telling you. But good request. Thank you for bringing it back up. Sometimes I just need a kick in the pants, man. All right, there you go, man. There you go. Patrons. There you go. RDW, we're back. We're back, chat. Anyway, so that was the last request. Can you believe it? Things are getting wits, man. You got me on that rant, dude. Give me my second wind. Okay. I'm going to buy some of this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm buying some RDW, and I'm going to hold it for months because it's definitely a position trade. It's not a swing trade. Position trade. You'll be holding it for months. Anyone see this element of P? Yep. Downsloping trend. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, Jetty. Oh, I'm saying like, yeah, that like November. Yeah. A lot of them are corrected. Yeah. Yeah, James. The old ACHR trade that, oh, Inger, it doesn't really matter what Max Kaiser says. Okay, dude. Yeah, I bought Bitcoin in 08. You know, I was a drunk college student pledge in a fraternity. Okay. I just finished up my tenure playing football at Alabama. I didn't care. Like when Bitcoin came out, some people bought early, Good for them, dude. Good for them. We can't all be, you know, like buying Bitcoin. I didn't even know Bitcoin was even existed until like 2017, dude. I didn't even know. Like I cared about stocks, and guess what? I mean, Nvidia made me enough money to where I could quit my job. Okay. So some of us, yeah, like a lot of us, right? We're not going to get in at the very beginning on a speculative asset we didn't even know existed. Okay, that's Max Kaiser. Good for him. So we tried to utilize this. The technical analysis changed my life. I mean, studying this stuff, obsessing over it, has made it to where my quality of life is what I never would have dreamed of. I guarantee you, I know for a fact, like if I didn't start falling in love with technical analysis when I was 22 years old, I would never be where I am right now. Oh my God, I can't even imagine who I'd be. Like what my life would be like if I just didn't let the TA into my heart.
What do you think about the setup on $CRML?
What's up, trader man? I'm not sure. Good God, could you imagine your life not caring about financial markets? Could you? You would be so poor. Like you would literally be a poor person if you did not care about financial markets. That's it. And I think it's even more amplified today. Like, good luck getting a job. Have fun with that, dude. And then guess what? You got to deal with like all that woke garbage and, oh yeah, like let's get, you know, an estrogen laden boss who's like, you know, emasculating you. Enjoy that, man. Enjoy being a man in 2026 in the workforce. Good God. I couldn't even imagine, man. Maybe you're in it, you know, right now, and you know what I'm talking about. Good. F that. Trader man, what's up, dude? Thank you, man. Here it is. Did we shark? Did we hit 886? It was close. It looks almost like we did it. Beautiful little shark pattern, man. Great identification. Is this what you're looking at? Oh my God, man. Woo! Beautiful. We're reacting. We're reacting, and what you gotta love here is we got this little level from December that they've recaptured with an engulfing candle today, up 6.6%. But yeah, there are like some big resistance. So the upside potential is kind of limited. Unfortunately, you have big resistance at 12 and 14. So it's not like a home run, but you do have a really nice M shape here. Very, very nice M shape. They completed. But remember, you might just be going for a type 1 reaction and they might run it to 13, 14 bucks and then they reverse it. And then maybe we get something like this later. And then we could talk about having that type 1, type 2, where it's like a very heavily increased probability of success for a more resounding run. That's the problem with this one. Your type 1 reaction territory. You're not at the type 2 return territory. That's what we always want, man. You always want forms of confirmation. No, dude, I will just ground Hammer of Justice boycott. I'll see you run up to me like a noob paladin, and I'll be like, oh, look at this stupid paladin running up to me. Like, I wonder what he's about to do. And I'll see on my, one of my widgets showing that you have Hammer of Justice available. And then I'll just throw down my grounding totem. And then it will say grounded Hammer of Justice. And then I will slash LOL at you. And then I will hex you. And then it will be over. Not a ret paladin, but a wrecked paladin. That's right. Man, it'll be a long time, dude. I'm sure it'll be all kind of stupid hooflaw. Like, oh yeah, the shaman has like the butthole totem now, and who knows, all these other weird things. I don't know, dude. Let's go have a World of Warcraft wedding according to the new people in charge. Anyway, Critical Metals Corporation, I like it, man. Like, think about you're kind of like the higher lows here. This could be a long-term, like, hey, man, you don't have to, like, okay, you see this M shape? You could just take a very small portion of your portfolio and just long it. Like, it's not a bad spot. I mean, you have a deep retrace here. It doesn't have to be like a big old full-on trade setup. It can just be like you're at this pretty good area. The asset, dude, in January, dude, straight up, it just corrected 53%. I mean, really, I'm sorry, it's probably 60%. Bro, you just had a 60% retrace in like a month. And they're pivoting, putting in a higher low, and you're above the 200 moving average. This is like a wonderful area to like, hi, I'm an investor, and I'm going to use a little bit of TA to just kind of add to a position in a good sector, right? Precious metals. I mean, this might be something I might like just take. I'm not, it's not a trade setup. I'm just maybe going to take a little long here. And because I think like maybe in like 5 months, 4 months, it could be way freaking higher. Yeah, I like CRML. It's actually pretty awesome down here.
Thanks for the
education piece. Dow Jones for $10, dude. Much love. Much love, man. I really like it here, man. CRML. Very good request. Just due to looking at it. Okay, would you look at these? Very good, man. Thanks again, Dow Jones. And Mr. Traderman. So anyone out there, right? You're like in your job, dude, and it's like full of estrogen and like feminine energy, dude. Blizzard removed the ability to spit on players. Of course they did. I'm so glad I don't play. Like, good God, of course they did that. Everything turns to S. Everything, dude. Crazy shark here. I love the shark, man. I love the shark. I love the engulfing candle. I mean, you could just like very incremental DCAs into this after a 60% correction in a month. So good. Okay. So anyway, been live now for hour and 31 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub for a glimmer of hopium. Yeah, fake cast this kick, of course, dude. And then when I do fake cast this kick, then I will hex him. And then what I will do is I will wiggle on him. That's what I would do all the time in arenas. I would fake cast rogues or the pump, you know, the kick or the pummel from the warrior. And I would just like shake on them like, to like let them know that I just fake casted them purposely. Like it wasn't a joke. Yeah, it was fun times, dude. I missed that a lot. Or also like what was most fun was for a warrior. Like you would anticipate that he was about to spell reflect and you'd start casting hex and he would do spell reflect and then you would just Q. Just a little nature shock. No damage. Or a wind shear, they call it. It became a wind shear later. Yeah. Oh my God, I wind sheared myself. And then I would hex them. Well, then I would fake cast the pummel after the spell reflect, of course, right? So it was a double and then complete demoralization by the time they became a frog. It was wonderful. But anyway, remember I was gladiator and arena. So, all right, chat. It's been fun. Fun times. Bitcoin bullish engulfing candle. We got a chance for 71.7 to 73.8. But if we're going to go on a full-on retrace, we already talked about 83 and 92 or something like that. So, yeah, speak on oil. Absolutely, I spoke on oil. I didn't speak on US oil. I spoke on XLE. We'll look at US oil real quick. It's beautiful, man. Up 1.1%. Remember, a trade setup. And target 1 is 78.30 or so and change. 78.20. Bullish Gartley. 886 Gartley, mind you. But nevertheless, it was the breakout, back test to breakout. And then, hey, give me some news. Fine. Help everything out. Hopefully they do not fill the gap and we just run and eventually we're at $100 oil. Yeah. That's right, dude. James Glenn, you were glad here too, dude. I'm a sibling to team, dude. Let's go download classic WoW and own some noobs. All right, chat. Yeah, so US oil looking good. No matter what happens, as long as you're above $60, it's an active trade setup. You are, we got 8. Yeah, so we got over hours trading going on right now. So, all right. Okay. Link in the video description. Okay, Brad, if he's here, let's get a new Discord link. I'll just post one real quick. Give me a sec. Invite to server. Let's see if this works. It probably will work, I think. There's an invite to the Discord. Try it out if you haven't. Accidentally DM me and I'll tell you, okay? Good lord. All right. Back in my silly days. Let's go, James Element. Well, I hope you make $1 billion. And then you donate a Lambo to the stream. To the Mitch Ray Foundation. All right. That one's always expired. Oh, one of the... Yeah, okay. Well, just use that one, dude. It's always expired because we have like Nigerian and Indian scammers that try to take those invites and they try to like you'll get like 100 people that will join and they will all be scammers and like, no thanks. So we just kind of control it in here. That's why I don't just have the Discord link always available. So yeah, we can't have nice things. Thank you. Thank you, scammers. Like, it's proven third world people in the third world should not have internet. We should have a firewall from the third world. I don't give a crap about them. I don't care about their betterment, their enlightenment. They cause billions of dollars of damage from scamming Westerners. Yeah, you're in the third world. Get F, dude. I don't care. Go invent your own internet. No one cares about what you think, what you say. You don't come over here either. We don't pay you tax our money to you. I don't care about you. Get over it. Cry about it. When I don't like this guy because he doesn't like me and doesn't want me in his country or doesn't want me on his internet. Yeah, get over it. But anyway, on that note, thanks so much for coming out. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA.
And if you make a move, you make a move. And if you make a move,
Bear Pig could be in this area.
I like turtles.
No way. No way. What is this garbage?
Adios, turd nuggets.